Hey YouTube, this is Spawn1569 here with the follow-up video to what I said I was gonna make for the log picks. You said I had bad lighting, so I'm using my flashlight here. So I'll try it with one hand again, cause I gotta hold my phone. It's gonna be pretty poor quality since it's on the phone, and yeah, I'll try to make more in-depth videos for you guys after I get a better camera or something, instead of just using the phone. So just bear with me, guys. I won't be using the fingernail clippers again today. Um, but as you can see right there at the top of it are your key pins. And your key pins have little notches cut into them. And what the notches do is they line up with the sear line in this piece. Hold on. Let me get my light on it so you guys can see too. This piece right here, the big circle piece, it's the rotor for it, and that's what allows it to turn. But above the key pins, you got your driver pin, which pushes down on the key pins to keep them from sliding up and stuff. So I'll be back with y'all after I get my lock picks out and kind of walk y'all through how the process of picking a lock is done. You can also do it with hairpins, paper clips, as y'all could see from my last video, fingernail file, really just about anything that'll fit in a key lock or the keyhole should work. But different locks have different difficulties, as I've stated. Some locks have more pins and they're designed different to where this upper piece will rotate, kind of like a lock picking safety. So there's different tools for different locks, but we'll hop into this one in one moment. Be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back now. You can tell that it's locked. It's still sideways. Let me get my tension wrench in there so you can see that doesn't have no turn to it. See, it's not going to turn either way. It has a little bit of give to it because it's beat up and stuff. I've had this for a couple years now, but it's not going to turn all the way to unlocked. Okay, so let's hop into the video. Here's your regular tension wrench. I got it off of Amazon, I think. This is going to be like your bigger tension wrench. It gets one on each side, same size. And then you got a small tension wrench, which are real easy to bend. I taught my cousin how to pick locks, and she actually ended up bending this tension wrench a bit. Alright, and you got different varieties of tension wrenches, or not tension wrenches, but picks. But these are the two I'm going to be using. The one with the two balls on it is my favorite personally, but you can use any of them to do it. I just get my set of preferred ones, as many people who pick locks will end up having. So I'm going to start with the thick tension wrench, which will be the hardest on this one because this is a small lock, so it's going to take up a lot of space in there. And then I'm going to use this pick because it's the thickest to show y'all it's still possible. It just makes it a tad bit harder. So what you want to do is get it down in there and wiggle it back and forth, pull it up and down like you're raking it. A lot of lock picks hate this method, the raking method, because it doesn't take much skill to use. I'm still fairly new to lock picking, and this is how I learned. But what you're doing when you're raking it is you're scraping all the pins up and down, and while you add tension to your little tension wrench, it will lock them in place if it gets in that shear line. But you got to be careful, because if you overseas the pins, then they can get caught up above the sear line, which is extremely possible while using a thicker lockpick, because it's pushing them too high, and then too much amount of pressure, you're gonna seize up the lock, and it's not gonna turn. But you just want to keep working it, you know, back and forth, up and down. Damn it. Sorry guys, this is like extremely difficult. I'm holding my phone in one hand, the flashlight in the same hand, and using that hand to apply tension to the tension wrench. So just bear with me guys. Get that back a little more so I got room to work with. Just kind of wiggle it around. And I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but whenever I turn it back, you can hear the pins resetting, so I keep over seizing the pins. It generally doesn't take me this long to get this lock picked. I don't know what's going on today. I made a video like right before this one and ended up deleting it because I didn't have enough light. And this was the remake part 2 of it, my second take of it. And I got it picked earlier with this damn pick and tension wrench. Hold on, I'm just gonna switch tension wrenches real quick. Use my thinner one so I can get in there and work. Yeah, see? And now you can unlock it. Oh shit. So it's definitely easier to use the proper tension wrench for the size of the hole. Since this one's a really small lock, you'd want to use the small tension wrench for it. But the size doesn't really matter. It's just a lot easier to use it accordingly. And then, yeah, I didn't really show y'all, but this is this pick. And if you guys can notice, I keep resetting the lock back. It's because I'm over seizing the pins, so I gotta keep resetting it so I can pick them. I'm adding too much pressure. But what might make this method easier for you guys is if you come over here, you'll see this. Oh, let me get in the camera. It's actually called a rake. It's meant for raking. And what you do is you sit it in this way, and then you apply your tension, and then just kind of rake with it. I haven't had any success using the actual rake or the other one I was just using, but I figured I might get a lucky bypass and get it to work for the video, but it looks like that's not gonna happen. But you do have your different kinds of picks. I do not know the name of them, but you got this one, which is like your filler pick. You know, you get in there, you fill each pin, because the way the lock is supposed to work is when you start trying to lock or pick your lock, you can push up on each pin. Alright, and the ones that are hard to move are binding pins. And the binding pins are the ones that you're gonna need to move first. Whichever pin's bounding. So like this top pin, that's easy to move. Second pin's easy to move. Let me get down in here so I can feel that third pin.